Top news headlines from the news desk at the Katanning Paper right now on Radio for Your Neighborhood. AM 1380 and FM 103.7. WTYM, Katanning, Ford City.
It's been published that you have somehow been able to find $160,000 for ARDC.
Magic.
Yeah, can you give me part of that magic? Explain it.
I'll let Joe take it from there.
Well, look,
I've done it before.
We recognize the Allegheny River and the importance it has to Armstrong County. And Jeff and I had talked quite a bit before the budget. It's a very difficult situation, but what ARDC has put together on continuing to operate the locks and dams is pretty unique.
Yeah.
And so we've talked a lot. We have commitments to help fund in 2020 the operations of the locks and dams, and we've got to go through the normal process to get those dollars. But the dollars are committed, and it'll give the ARDC an opportunity to operate the locks next year. But I got to tell you, the community has to step forward and take more ownership of this and support the ARDC and what it does to keep that river flowing.
It's, I remember a couple of years ago when Joe and I and Don White started this process, we had spoken to a number of folks about what the economic impact of those locks being open would be. I was told the number was in the range of 400,000. Now, from a budgeting standpoint, if I can invest once 160 grand and get back 400,000, it's a no-brainer. Like Joe said, the state's not going to continue carrying the whole load. We've got to have a local effort. ARDC is trying, now we got to see where they end up.
What part of the budget is the money coming from?
Well, it'll come from the Department of Community and Economic Development.
DCD.
DCD, which, most all grant sources come through DCD. So, and our offices will be working with ARDC to make sure they get the paperwork and the process.
All the lines are filled in and all the boxes checked.
Yeah.
So it's a commitment you all have made as our reps and our senator, but the actual process still has to go through. They have to fill out paperwork. They have to do what they have to do in order for this to happen. So it's not just you're ready to hand them a check with $460,000.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. I mean, it's not unlike what happens with many of the communities in the county and across the district and how they get grant sources. I mean, we can advocate on their behalf, but they still have to go through the proper process to have the dollars come down.
And a lot of times, if these guys have never done it, it can be intimidating because the paperwork is rather long and extensive. We're not allowed to fill it out for them, but we can kind of coach them.
Right, exactly.
We know what works.
Yep. WTYM, Katanning, Ford City, on the radio at AM 1380 and FM 103.7, and online at WTYMradio.com. Radio, computer, or smartphone. Stay connected to Radio for Your Neighborhood.